is coming, guys. The next generation of gaming is coming. The next gen consoles are almost here. And who's gonna win this battle? The PS5 or the Xbox Series X? Oh my God, let the battle begin. Ding, ding, ding. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. If you're finding me for the very first time or you're a longtime viewer, not yet a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. We are well on our way up to 25,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button, become a part of Storm Nation. So guys, we are getting ready to enter in the next gen of gaming consoles. If you're a gamer, then that's a big deal for a lot of us, you know. And today I kind of want to talk about both the PS5, the Xbox Series X, and this war that us as gamers have been doing for generations now. Like Nintendo, Sega, Nintendo, you know, like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, N64, you know, it's been going on for generations. It's sort of the fun of gaming. But now looking back as an adult, I kind of want to give a different perspective on the next gen gaming wars. But yes, let's look at the specs here. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and we just kind of look at the specs, and they're very, very similar in a lot of ways, you know. I think the Xbox Series X is slightly more powerful, just slightly, guys. It doesn't mean it's going to be the better console, doesn't mean it's going to have the better games. I'm talking just in terms of specs that the Xbox Series X is slightly more powerful, and the thing is, people get triggered by that. People get really triggered by that. I don't know what it is about gamers, but certain gamers just get triggered. Oh my God, he just said the Xbox Series X is better than the PS5. This guy's an idiot. Let me write a comment going, oh my God, you're an idiot. You don't know anything about gaming. Even though I've been gaming, you know, 20 years before you were even born, I don't know anything about gaming. But see, that's sort of what I'm talking about, is the toxicity with gamers. And it's not all gamers. Most gamers get along, right? People say, hey, what do you play? PS4, Xbox One? You know, my answer is both. I have a PS4 and an Xbox One. It depends what game is coming out. That's the thing. That's the difference between, I think, maybe not the difference between, but let's just talk about like the gaming wars, right? Like, it's fun to pick a side, right? Like, who won the PS3, Xbox 360 era, right? A lot of PS3 fans will make you believe that they won the PS3 era. They didn't. The Xbox 360 whooped that ass, okay? PS2 was the best-selling gaming console of that generation. PS3 came out, Sony got cocky, they fucked up the launch with PS3, they tried to charge like $600 for the console. Microsoft and Xbox 360, regardless of the red ring of death or not, they still would have wally-whopping on the PlayStation 3. Then when the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, you know, generation came out, Microsoft got cocky. They tried to release a cable box with a sensor camera and always online type shit, and PlayStation came in and just, you know, whooped that ass, and PS4 is the current winner of this generation. And Nintendo's currently just sitting back there doing whatever the hell Nintendo does. I love Nintendo, but they're so weird sometimes. It's like the Wii, the Wii U, I love the Switch. Switch is one of my favorite consoles right now. But you know, so it's really Microsoft versus Xbox. That's sort of like the console wars going on. And to me, if you want to get me to give my honest opinion of this, Microsoft isn't really interested in selling home consoles anymore. At least that's what it looks like to me. Microsoft is more about the Game Pass, the Microsoft Game Pass. They want to be able to sell you either the Game Pass for $10 a month or the Ultimate Game Pass for $15 a month, and know that they're getting that monthly revenue coming in, rather than just here's a box for $500, you just buy games. You know, they want to kind of be able to do like the Netflix for gaming, where PlayStation is clearly still going the traditional route with the console and their exclusive games and whatnot. And no one's going to sit here, especially on this channel, and argue that PlayStation doesn't have better exclusives than Microsoft. No, I don't think anybody in their right mind would argue that. I'm a massive Halo fan. I love Gears of War. Don't really care about Forza. But when you start thinking about, well, what else does Microsoft have? And then you stop and you're like, well, they really don't. They announced the new Fable game, which is fantastic, but they have all these different IPs and they don't use it, like whether it be Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie. You know, they're working on this Battletoad game for like the past 2 years. I haven't seen anything of it. But PlayStation with Nintendo have great exclusive. PlayStation has, you know, Uncharted, God of War, Horizon, like so many different games that PlayStation has that are exclusive, that are good games. The Miles Morales Spider-Man, for an example. Nintendo is still the king of exclusive. Nintendo has the best first-party games I've ever seen. They're like the king of exclusives. But the thing is, I don't understand why people always have to pick a side. That's sort of where I'm trying to go with this. Why do people have to pick a side? I own every console, because if I want to play Paper Mario, I'll play it on my Switch. If I want to play Halo Infinite, even though it looks completely like trash right now, but if I want to play Halo Infinite, I'll have my Xbox Series X. If I want to play Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will have my PS5. It's okay to pick. You can be a gamer and just love games. You don't have to choose between the consoles. A lot of people are really toxic if you say one thing about the console, like, oh, you're a fucking moron. You don't know, like, you don't believe me. Just go back and look at some of my videos I did. Right? I just talked about, like, PS5 pricing or Halo Infinite, and people are like, oh, PS5 better, but I'm not even talking about the PS5. Why are you posting comments about the PS5? I'm just talking about Halo Infinite. What the hell does that have to do with it? So yeah, fanboys can definitely go out and get a little crazy when it comes to stuff like that, but I understand it's all in good sport, but sometimes it does get a little overwhelming. I do think fans take it a little serious, like, what are you going to get, PS5 or Xbox Series X? And my answer is both. I got both. I'm going to get PS4, or I have PS4 and I have Xbox One. I'm going to get Series X. I'm going to get PS5. But not only that, but I think we're entering into the PC gaming era. I bought my first ever gaming PC about a month and a half ago, and I love it. It allows me to do all my YouTube work. That's why I bought it for my YouTube work. I only have like 2 games on it, and the 2 games I bought on it run really, really well. And when I look at the Series X coming out, and it says all these games are going to be exclusive or going to be on Xbox One and PC, that kind of makes me not want to get an Xbox Series X right away, where I can just play Halo Infinite on my PC or any of the other exclusive games on my PC. You get Game Pass Ultimate, you can play it right on your PC. So that's sort of how I feel about it. Where the PlayStation 5, you still have to get the console in order to play Miles Morales, God of War, Horizon 2, and all those other great games. But yes, I just don't understand why everybody always has to make a war out of everything. You can get both consoles, guys. I'm going to get both consoles. It just depends when I'm going to get them and which one I'm going to get first. But that's also going to come down to the pricing of these consoles. If the PS5 comes down to $600 and the Xbox Series X is $400, I'm getting the Series X first. If the PS4 or PS5 comes down to $400 and the Series X is $600, then I'm going to get the PS5. So it's going to come down to pricing. The spec-wise, they're both pretty much the same, and then it's going to come down to the exclusive. What games do you want to play exclusive on? If you're one of those gamers that play just Madden or Call of Duty every year and you don't really care about exclusives, then it doesn't matter what console you play it on, because they're both about the same, just whatever you prefer. Me, personally, I prefer the PlayStation 4 controller over the Xbox One controller. But, everybody has their own preference on what fits their gaming style. I just don't understand the war mentality all the time. The mob going, oh my God, you gotta like what I like. You gotta like what I like. You don't have to like what you like. But anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And until next time, guys, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion. Later, guys.